Hello friends, welcome to the lecture on inbuilt functions in Perl. Today we look at the following inbuilt functions and we'll divide this lecture into two particular parts. As there are a lot of other functions also which we'll cover in depth. So today we'll look at reverse sort, join, map, array slicing, undef and unique. So let's start by using the reverse function. So first we'll have uh, array defined. This would be an array which will have some string in it. So let's say my string would be this is reverse string. We'll simply use the reverse function on it to reverse the contents of the array, and we'll collect this in a new array saying @rev underscore arr. Now we'll not go ahead and directly print it. What we'll do is we'll use different module that is called as data dumper to print the contents of the array, because this will help us to understand how exactly array is stored in the memory and also help us understand the reverse function. So use data dumper. This is an inbuilt module in Perl. So we'll simply say now reverse array and followed by our dumper function and passing the array. So this is how you print the array using the dumper function. So we'll quickly go ahead and execute our program, and as you can see we have printed the array, and the array should have been this is reverse string. Because we have used the reverse function, it has printed string first, that is in the 0th location, then in the first location it's reverse, second is and third is this. So this is how the array would be stored inside in our memory. Let's go ahead and use the sort function now. So we'll use the sort function on the array that was defined previously. So that is array underscore str, and we'll collect the value in another array variable. Let's say @arr underscore sort. We'll again print this particular value, sorted array, and we'll use dumper again, or probably we'll keep on using dumper throughout our program, because this will actually print the contents in a more readable format. So let's just print it or probably execute it. So if you can see sorted array, and it has sorted the array in the alphabetical order. So I is first, R, S and T. Now let's sort an array which is having some integer values. So @some, I would just say number array, and I'll put some integers here, 10, 2, 4, 8, 100, 6, 50. Okay, good enough to go ahead and execute this particular array. Now we'll just sort this particular array using the sort function and see how it is applied to the integer arrays. So probably we'll collect this into the arr underscore sort, and we'll go ahead and print it using the dumper function. Now let us see what the output would be. If you can see, the array has not really got sorted, the numerical part of the array. It is still the same the way we had defined it or we have created it. So why exactly, or what exactly has happened here? So sort function in Perl doesn't really apply directly on the integer arrays. What it has done is it has converted the ASCII values and it has sorted, or it has tried to sort this particular array. In order to sort this array or get the desired output, we need to tweak the sort function a bit. So let's do that, and let's try to understand what exactly would be the output when we do something like this. Remember, this particular operator we have already visited during our operator section. So this is not really new to you, but it would be something in terms of how we use it to sort an integer array. So let's again rerun our program and see if this solves our purpose. Now you can see we've got the desired output. We have got the array sorted the way we would have actually liked. So this is the way we use in Perl to sort numerical arrays or integer arrays. Let's move on to the next function. This is join function. The join function simply joins the entire list with the delimiter you pass to the join function. So I would say simply join my array or join my contents of the array using the double colon delimiter, and I would simply pass the array, that is array underscore str, arr underscore str. Collect it into a scalar variable, go ahead and print it. So we'll say print and join string is equal to $str. If you want, we'll execute it and we'll see the string was joined in this particular fashion. Let's go ahead and check for map function. This is a very important function in array variables. We can really like extrapolate a lot of things using the map function. It is like iterating through a list variable using without using for loops or other loops. So what exactly map does? Map iterates through the array variables. It takes on each of the array variable and you can then manipulate those particular data that is there inside the array variable. So let us look at the example. What we'll do is we'll simply add 100 to these numbers or probably each of the element inside the array list. So how do we do that? We'll simply call map followed by the dollar underscore. This is a special descriptor in Perl. We'll look into it, what exactly it does, and we'll say add 100 to it and pass the array. This is pretty simple. I hope so. We'll close the parenthesis. Now we'll collect this into another array. Say, let's say my @mod underscore arr, as we are actually modifying the contents of the array. So we'll go ahead and use the print statement to see the output. So print mod array and use dumper to get the output @mod underscore arr. And let's go ahead and print it. So if you can see, we have got 100 added to each of the elements in the array. What it has done, map has basically iterated through this particular array. Each of the element is considered to be stored in dollar underscore, as this is a special descriptor. So every time you basically iterate you iterate using mod, using map or using for loops, you can still use dollar underscore. This is a special descriptor. It will have the most recent value. So whatever value you are at, it will be stored in dollar underscore. We are simply adding 100 to it and we are storing it in the @mod array. So this one line is basically your, this could have been also done using for loop, but using map, this is just like a one liner iteration of a particular array variable. So let's go ahead and see array slicing. What do you mean by arrays? We have actually gone through array slicing in our previous lecture in the basics of when we covered basics of array, but we'll just look at few more features of array slicing. In array slicing, what exactly we mean by array slicing? Array slicing is basically a way to extract data from an array. So let's say now I want to extract two values from an array. So what I'll do is I'll simply define two scalar variables. Let's say dollar a comma $b, and I'll write, for example, let's use the numerical array. So I would say at the rate, or I would say dollar num at the rate num underscore arr, followed by I want 2 comma 3, and I would go ahead and print sliced values, and I would say $a comma $b. Let's see how this works. So if you can see my second and third value, so I'll move to the second location now, 0, 1, 2. This is 4 and third location is 8. So what we have done is we have created a subset of that particular array. Now this particular slicing of array can be used to actually get subsets of the larger arrays. So if I want to have a subset of array of this num array, saying I would just give a list range, maybe 1, 2, 3. So probably this is a range. So if we go ahead and execute the program, you can see we have got 2 comma 4. Why is that so? Because we have said we want the first element till the third element. So this is how you can slice your arrays, and you can create more subsets of arrays if required. There is one more thing associated to it. We can also have this at the rate num array, the sliced array, uh, assigned to the array variable itself. So for example, I can say slice underscore arr, and I would simply say 2 comma 3, or yeah, I'll probably say 2 comma 4. So this is my sliced array, and I'll go ahead and print this using dumper again. So dumper slash at the rate slice underscore arr. Now let's see what the output would be. So we have created on the fly an array from the existing array using the slice methodology, and got the new array printed. You can add more elements if you want. You can say 1, you can change the order. So now it says 241. So basically we have changed the order, and we have got the arrays, the elements included in our new array. So this is slicing of array variables. Now let us look at the undef function. This, or probably first we'll look at the unique function, and then we'll move to undef function. Unique is basically used to remove the duplicate elements from the array. So let's say in the same array we'll just simply add few values. We'll just duplicate few values. Let's say 2 is being duplicated, 4 is also added again. So now there are multiple values which are actually duplicated. So how do we remove them? So we'll simply say unique, and we'll pass our array variable, that is num_ar. We'll collect this output into a new array, that is, we'll name it as unique underscore arr, and we'll simply execute this particular program now. I'll just print it now. Print unique array dumper at the rate unique underscore arr. So let's see what happens now. So if you see, the program got executed, and right at the end, when we call the unique function, it says it cannot find this particular function. So what we need to do is we need to add a module, the list module, or we need to import this particular unique function. So this is inside the list module in more utils, and we'll import the unique function. So this is how you need to import any of the functions you want, and you can then go ahead and execute the program. Now you can see you have got the unique array displayed. This particular unique array, we have got rid of all the duplicate values. What is undef function? Undef function is basically uh, you are actually clearing the contents of the array that you have previously defined. So for example, now we have this @arr underscore str. The moment we pass it to undef function, it will actually clear the array contents and reinitialize the array. So let's say undef @arr str. Now what we'll do is we'll print the array before and after using the undef function. So I would just say before undef, and here we'll simply change the name to arr underscore str, and after undef. Let's execute this. If you can see, before undef we had some data in it. After undef, the array is reinitialized and we are left with nothing in it. So this is how undef can be used. You can use it to clear your array variables. This is the best way of actually clearing your array variables and reinitializing them. So we come to the end of this lecture. We'll look at more functions, more inbuilt functions in our next lecture. So see you at the next lecture. Thank you.